Hey guys, welcome back. I am Chris.
And I am Randy.
And you guys are watching Marksman TV. Welcome back to another episode of us unboxing things. So again, without really much else to say, let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, first getting into this, we did get in some firearms yesterday, which was the day after we did the last video you guys saw, and we got in a lot of the We Buy Guns, but we put out a couple really cool ones to show you guys in this video, since we didn't get a chance to film those. So starting this off, let's start over here. We have a Walther P22 compact. You typically do not see these in the compact configuration, although they're not difficult to find. You typically find them in the full size, but these are really nice, sort of convenient, small packages, and the PPQ line has always been very popular from Walther. Another cool thing about this is the seller of this sent us a box of the Thin Mints from the Girl Scouts with a nice note about how he enjoys the content. So wanted to take an opportunity to thank you for that. We always like getting kind of cool surprises in the boxes, so that was really thoughtful of you, and thank you for doing that.
So here we have a Yugoslavian AK. It's one of the earlier imports.
Yeah, the NPAP M70 without the bulged trunnion. So Century Arms would bring these things into the country first, and now Zastava has United States-based presence. Obviously they're making them now, so these were the older Century ones that were coming in, which are just as nice. They're excellent AKs. You know, back when they were coming into the country, you could pick them up for $600 or $700 new, but unfortunately, the price has gone way up. So, the AK market in general has just gotten crazy, especially with the foreign manufactured ones. But these are some of the best in my opinion, and you can always tell it's Yugoslavian because of the 3 ventilated holes right up here at the front. Also typically have a 1.5 millimeter thick receiver in the bulged trunnion, which this one doesn't have, but still very iconic with the 3 vents right up here at the front. Also, the stock attaches through the back through a lug as opposed to using a tang mounting system, so that's one other difference as well. So anyway, happy to get that one in as well and share it with you guys. And last for this segment is a nice Ban era Colt. This is a competition sporter H-bar. H-bar stands for heavy barrel. You can definitely feel a lot of weight. Standard government profile barrel is going to have a thicker profile out here, but it's going to taper down underneath the handguards, giving it a lighter weight, but where it doesn't need that extra protection. So that's what you have here. It also has a removable carry handle, which is an A4 type feature, but does not have the bayonet lug, but does have the A2 style birdcage flash rider. These are very nice, blue label in the box, Colt H-bar. So very, very cool to get that in. Wanted to take the opportunity to share these with you guys before moving on to the stuff we got today. All right, first up we have one coming to us from Illinois. So Randy, let's see what's in the box.
Got it here somewhere.
Yeah. Those are like leather extension pads. All right. What we have here is a Winchester model 1897, and these guys slam fire. Yep. 1897 was a John Moses Browning design and was made very popular in its use in World War I and World War II. In the United States military, these would be cut down. They would have the iconic heat shield bayonet lug on them, but of course they were used in a lot of commercial use as well. I do not know when this one was manufactured, but I'll have to look that up. That is really, really cool. Really nice, honest wear and patina on there. Let's see, Randy, what do you think in terms of condition of that?
Trying to take into consideration the age. There is a lot of patina. Most of the finish is gone. I would have to say fair, Chris.
And fair is what the customer said, so the customer was fair on his assessment of the firearm. No cracks or anything in the stock. Interesting that there's like ovular cut panels of leather that's been used as like spacers in here to increase the length of pull. So quite innovative from the time, but people love to take these things, chop them down, turn them into like trench gun mocks, if you will, or I personally would not recommend doing that. Just leave it as it is, because there's a lot of story to be told on this firearm. You kind of wonder where it's been and what it's done. So beautiful firearms. I always love the Winchester Model 1897. Thank you to our viewer in Illinois for sending this one to us. All right, up next we have one from Florida. Walther P22. You know about these. All right, what do we have here, Randy?
We have a Walther P22. This is actually essentially the design that the Ruger SR22 is very similar to. That is one of my favorite 22 pistols. A little bit different. Magazine is jacked. Does it trigger well? It does have a threaded barrel, two-tone green and black finish. They're nice shooters. Fun to go to the range, fun to plink with, inexpensive to shoot. Just an all-around good 22 long rifle pistol.
What do you call the condition of that one?
It's got some wear on it. I would say it's very good.
Yep, that's what the customer said, and looking at it here too, I'll take a look at it. A little bit of wear on top of the barrel, and a little bit of wear up here. So yeah, very good. I mean, I would say even high end of very good. It's in really good condition. So anyway, these are a ton of fun, and as we mentioned, we looked at an SR22 a couple weeks ago or last week, which this is modeled directly after, like the, or I'm sorry, the SR22 is modeled after this, which Randy said these are really, really reliable handguns and great. First 22s are for training purposes, so I've always been a fan of these.
Next up is a item from one of our customers in Arkansas.
All right, so while Randy's opening that one, I'll do sort of the question of the episode that came from our last episode. What I'm going to start doing is, guys, the questions that get the most thumbs up from the previous video by the time we film the next one, that'll be the one I showcase. Is that likely will be the one most people agree they want to hear the answer to. One question that I have been getting a lot from people has been, will you guys give us a general idea on price as you do these videos? There's a little bit of a difference between these and the weekly used gun reviews, where the weekly used gun reviews are a table focused on firearms, and it's hugely informational. So I think algorithmically, if we look at YouTube, there's like, you know, talking about the prices goes into the sort of informational side of the firearm. On these videos, we're obviously in a gun store. We're gun store attendants. We work in a gun store. That's a chamber flag, not a snap cap or a live round like people thought the last one was. But see, that noise gets you going when that comes out of the gun. But since we're here in the store, obviously, you know, we work at a gun store and we're showing you guys inventory and quickly glossing over them. We don't want YouTube or the algorithms to think that we're just like, here's a gun and this is what we're asking for it. Here's a gun and this is what we're asking for it, because you cannot advertise firearms for sale on YouTube. So I don't want the videos to be taken down. I don't want to get any community guideline strikes. So for these videos, we're going to avoid talking about pricing so we don't fall into that trap. So there's the answer to that question for you guys, and I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. That's the way it is, pal.
That's the way I see it, pal.
That's the way I see it, pal.
All right, so up we have a Smith & Wesson M&P 9C. So we have the M&P full size, we have the M&P compact, and then we have the M&P C, which is yet a bit smaller than the compact. And this is the C model here.
Let's see, first generation, right? The second generation has more aggressive stippling on the grip. You're going to have front sort of serrations up here on the front, like fish scale type serrations. That's an improved trigger. These earlier triggers are known for being pretty gritty. But these are actually a really good bargain. You can get into these for not a whole lot of money, especially on the used market, and they are really good, reliable handguns. What do you think about the condition on that one, Randy?
I would call the condition of this probably the high end of good.
Customer says very good, which is
I could see
fair.
that.
I could see that. You know, looking at it, I could definitely see that. So it doesn't seem to have a lot of use, but because it's older, it's just going to get a little bit of maybe storage wear on it. But 2 magazines, back straps, really nice package. So big thank you to our seller in Arkansas for selling this one to us. All right, next up we have one from Florida. Looks like a Ruger. Yep. Here we go. Let's see, be smarter than the gun. You know all about those, Randy.
Let's see which one we have right here. We have a Ruger Mark III that has been rebuilt. These do have threaded barrels, pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen an AR-15 flash suppressor on there, but this one is kind of cool.
It's a Mark 15.
Yeah. It has, these are very good, as I said, target pistols. This one has the rail mounted on. You could take this off if you want to use the sights. It has adjustable sights, so it looks like someone's had some type of optic on it previously. But these things are fun to shoot. I have several of these myself.
And they are now into the Mark IV, the biggest difference being the disassembly is way easier. That's one of the big improvements that they went over with that. But yeah, the Target series Mark I through IV have always been a huge staple of precision 22, pistol shooting, that type of community. So probably one of the best sellers in this area of the market for 22s. What do you think about the condition on that one, Randy?
I would call the condition high side of good to very good.
Yeah, let's see, I would call this, yeah, if it weren't for the marks on the rail, which
right.
I mean you would cover up if you put an optic on there, or if you just take the rail off, which the rail wasn't really part of the gun, it was added. But forgetting that, I would probably call it very good. A couple wear marks up here near the barrel. I'd say kind of mid. Yeah, there's a little bit of wear marks on the frame here. So I would say very good. Customer did say excellent, which, again, close enough. That's fair. We'll go with it. But anyway, there's that one. So big thank you to our seller in Florida.
Next up, we have one from Missouri.
Missouri. An old holster.
Has the smell of old leather. Fine Corinthian leather at prices you can afford. That's it.
Makarov and a North American Arms. Cool. Let's see. Let's look up the North American Arms. I was actually thinking today I need plastic bags, so thank you. I'll actually keep those. North American Arms, 22. I'm sure it's 22 LR.
So it's 22
One
and
Touch
22.
Ultra, 25 test strips, life scan. This must be a.
I believe there might be another cylinder inside there, Chris.
Look at how perfect that is.
That is nice.
Holy cow.
I have to show this for the camera.
You guys check that out. That is, these are test strips for like a blood sugar tester, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is your perfect, maybe.
It won't come out.
It won't,
It fits
it
in
won't
there.
come out, but dang it, that is a solid fit for your spare cylinder on your North American Arm. So the packaging ideas for this stuff is awesome, guys. So thank you for that. Anyway, let's move on. All right, so the North American Arms, and it does have both cylinders, 22 LR and 22 Magnum. These are really cool little boot guns, defensive backups, or just a deep concealment. If you're going somewhere like the beach or out somewhere nice, you don't want to like bring your normal EDC. If I can even get this thing back together, there it goes. Single action revolver, 5-shot capacity. With the conversion, these are actually pretty cool little revolvers. So I don't know what else really to say about it.
I have one of just like that actually. That is in 22 Magnum, and it's actually my tool bag gun. And
tool bag gun.
Cool bag gun, and occasionally I'll just put it up in my left front pocket. It's a single action only. It's safe to carry with one in the cylinder, but you have to lock the hammer back each time you fire. So kind of a cool little backup gun.
What do you call the condition on that one?
I would say this one's in excellent condition.
Yep, that's what the customer said, and I'd agree. So we're good there. All right, there's also a little holster in here, which is cool.
Yep.
So, All right, next up here is, I know you guys, we got a lot of these through here. It's a little Makarov. More bags.
More bag.
I really did need plastic bags. That's awesome. Thank you. This is a Russian IJ70 17A. This one, this is an IMEZ or the Ivzhiask. This one is imported by Big Bear Arms. There are quite a few importers of these, but being that this is the 17A, it is the 380 ACP, so they wouldn't manufacture these for the United States commercial market. The IMEZ guns, even though made in Russia, are really meant for commercial use. So you have the more target grips. You also have to hit the point system to get this stuff into the country. You have the target sights and things like that on there. So not quite a military Makarov PM, but is a good alternative, especially in the 380 for a lot of people in the sort of local market. Does have this is actually a military Makarov surplus holster with it. So that's cool. But having the original importation box and manual and spare magazine and tools is kind of a cool extra. So always a big fan of these Makarovs. Let's see, condition wise, I'd call that one very good. Let's see what the customer said. Customer did say very good on that one. So anyway, very cool. Happy to get that in, and we will let the customer know it's in.
Next up, we have one from a customer in Nevada.
Packing peanuts. No. We can get to the gun though.
Can we talk about packing peanuts for a moment?
A brief message about packing peanuts. Okay, what we have here is an odd little gun. This is a 22 long. Oh, and I love that there's old receipts in here. $66 in 1972. Seriously.
I'll buy that for $1.
Little Smith & Wesson. I've had these in here before. This one's a nickel finish with the faux pearl grips. These are actually just plastic grip panels. Little famous little, shouldn't really say famous, but was popular kind of a card game purse or vest pocket sort of pistol. 22 LR, if I'm not mistaken. The firearm is the, what's the model? 61-2. Yeah, 61-2. I think there was only, they got up to -3 on these, so they did not make them for a very, very long time, but very interesting little firearms. The condition on this one is, I would say good to very good. What do you think?
I would agree.
Yeah, and customer said very good, so I agree. There's no problem there. A really cool firearm with the original box, and it does have the sales receipt from Cockers Shooting Supplies, a household name in Ohio. Nelsonville, Ohio.
Nelsonville, Ohio.
All right, guys, well, that is all the time we have for you today on this video. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking this out. If you enjoyed, please let us know by hitting that like button. Please also consider subscribing to this channel and hit that bell notification button so you are aware when we are posting new content. So we're going to leave you guys off there. I am Chris.
And I'm Randy.
And you are watching Marksman TV. We'll see you next time. Hey guys, welcome back to Marksman TV. I am Chris.
And I am Randy.
You guys... But one common question I have been hearing a lot lately is, man, it would be...
Store phone.
Yeah. But we're closed. Did you right click them?
Yes.
Alright guys, what were you gonna say?
English. Next up, brief message about packing peanuts. We don't like them.
Very cool. Cockers. I like the sound of that. Cockers Shooting Supply. All right. Oh, Cockers. I get it now.
It's a household name.
Anyway, okay, we should probably focus on the gun.